Praise God. Praise God. Like a testimony. Yeah. Like security and insurance. And I have to share right now, right? Holiday season 2025. Always a sad time of the year, man. You think about your loved ones that's lost and the ones that's locked up. But then you think about the struggle that's going on. This is me. I mean, all the trials and the storms I've been through, I had to pay for, I had to learn. But there was always someone who told me not to go that way. I had decided to go on my own anyway, because I didn't believe what they said. I don't need nobody to tell me to go in that direction now because I paid, man. Time, money, hospitals, jails. God had me here for a reason to share with somebody. Yeah, my videos are repetitious, man, but it's because the same thing is still going on. The same thing that people told me is the same thing I tell other people. But the thing is, when I found out that it wasn't what I thought it was when I traveled and took this route, I didn't come back, man. Want somebody to pay for my lessons. I just didn't do it again. Didn't do it anymore. I paid for my lessons when I went that way. And if I tell you, that means you got the advice for free. You don't have to pay to go that way. But if you choose to go that way, then you have to pay for the route that you take. Because you didn't have to. All you had to do is believe. When you're in solitude, or when I'm in solitude, I'm able to absorb and think, man. Because the world is moving so fast. The pleasures and the intoxications and the glamour, the things that glitter, the things that go, And it's like now, man, that you have to just be careful. And you have to find some way to talk. You have to find some kind of vehicle to, like right now, my cognitive skills. I have to say things so you can, you can absorb, at everything that I'm saying, that you can kind of feel me. Excuse me for my stutter or I stumble sometimes, because I'm not, kicking off for speech or reading cards or anything. I'm just talking. I'm feeling something, for a reason. That's why I say, like, my cognitive skills. When I told my doctor, I said, hey, I want to do a cognitive test, a psychological evaluation, so is in writing. When you living right, there's so many different things that's wrong that's coming towards you, coming at you. Because when you're living right, things happen right for you, right? But there are a lot of other things going on, desperate, challenging things. As long as you fall for it and you become a victim to, these shenanigans, then, oh well, we're good. But once you overcome those shenanigans, you become a target. Conspiracy against you, lies and everything else. I'm just sharing something with you now. Some of y'all can feel me because you're going straight through it too yourself. I learned also that when you help people, there's never enough. There's no helping one, that's helping everybody. And here it is, you'll be standing in food pantry lines and you got these holes in your shoes, you barely making it yourself, but you're trying to help others, and then you got to help this, and then you got to help this. And people you can help yourself. All you got to do is live right and do what you're supposed to do. But as soon as you say no, people forget about all that you have done. Are you complaining? No, I'm acknowledging. And I have to sit and be quiet and just think. I'm 66. I'm in that area now that you have to think. You think about the ones that died mysteriously and put away in homes and locked away that you never know. You just hear what somebody tell you. Oh man, he had a heart attack. He had a stroke. He went crazy. He this and he that. You just hear about it, but you never know. Only ones really knows the immediate family. And that's probably why the person is there. Whether they wanted to get his shoe, his car, his hat, his money, whatever they for whatever reason. You never know. You just spread the word from what was told you to somebody else, and then they spread it. Yeah, I know that from an experience. You know, something happened. You know, somebody told me to, don't do them, stop doing them videos, don't do the videos. Right, because they got a time stamp on them now. Right? Just like, I'm glad I just thought about that. Because I told the building that I'm living in, I did a recertification. I put my ex-wife down, Dorothy Shields, as the emergency contact person. Wow, why did I just think of that? Right. Don't do the videos, huh? Then I got my nephew, Paul, as the communicator with her, you know, for her, his full address is on, so they communicate. But I'm gonna even tighten it up even more tomorrow. I think I told both of them. So yeah, but the paperwork was just to verify who it was, because the office is probably part of the conspiracy. Because I said I wanted to do it the day before. Yeah. So they got it, but they didn't seal it yet. So I'm gonna need a copy of that, because everything is in motion. That's how it be. Same thing when you go into the doctor. Everybody's getting paid for whatever their position is, whatever their signature is. You know, whether it's the doctor, the surgeon, the x-ray people, the psychologist, the whoever. And when they got to come to court to a deposition, everybody getting a part for their position, and each one of them is lying. They're making it seem like it's something, and it all comes together until it falls apart. And the reason why I say that, I didn't understand that this was what was going on with my situation until they didn't produce my paperwork. So when they didn't produce the paperwork would justify my behavior and my thinking. And they couldn't justify their behavior according to what the real results were. So that's why they never produced it. Until this day, they still haven't. So it's good I'm doing this video tonight. And I know no one's gonna listen much. And it's a censorship on my video, on my name, because of what you say. Yeah, because I seen one view on YouTube, regardless of what, and it's a short, it's 1 minute. It's 100. What? Man, yeah, it's a censorship. For whatever reason. See, Satan has power. And it's a changing of the hands going on in the system as I speak. For some of the things that I'm saying. Because a lot of the stuff that I done said over the years are facts. But it was illegal. And I was very precise about what I was saying. Names, dates, times, places, witnesses, everything. So it was easier for the follow these professionals. So once they see this, all they got to do is just go to the different agencies, because they can check through the data, they can check through everything and trace it to somebody, and then trace it to somebody. See, with the date and time, they looking at it. Who did this? Okay, who did this? Okay, who did this? That's the kind of administration you have now. Yeah, you have a serious, intelligent, thorough, elaborate administration in the system that's going on as I speak. And that's what's going on now. And there's a fear going on because of all the stuff that has been done. People have been comfortable doing some of the things they have been doing over the years. Illegal stuff, man. They pick their people. You understand? And they've been doing a lot of crooked stuff, and there's a lot that's coming out. I thought, man, every time I listen to something on Capitol Hill or open up some kind of, see, instead of people listening to what these politicians say on the news, man, look, sit in Capitol Hill sometime, sit in the meetings, man, and you'll hear exactly what's been saying, and you'll be shocked at what some of the reputable people say on the news for them brief 2 minutes. Lying. They was just now there. They tell you the opposite of what happened. They putting the blame all on somebody else. My people. You know, my people are sad. And it's because they don't know. You know how many friends that I done lost, man, don't even speak to or talk to after that election. Did they probably realize now that some of the stuff that I was saying back then? Because they didn't listen. They was going by what somebody else was telling them. But now they starting to realize, as they starting to see things unfold like, damn, this is what I was believing. Yeah, but you know though, we come up in the game, we come up in the streets. We know you can't believe what people telling us or something. We gotta look and check into that stuff ourselves. You know this. But we're going back and forth. But what I have always done, I have provided a link or provided a vehicle for you to find out yourself, people just wouldn't use it. Don't listen to what I say. Don't listen to what the people say on the news. Sit in the hearing yourself. See, that's the advantage you have, unlike what they had years ago. You can sit in the hearing, man, while they voting and see who's voting for what and saying who's saying what and what politician or Republican or Democrat or bipartisan, whatever. You can find out all this yourself. And you're looking right there. And so when you see the governor or the mayor or somebody come on TV and say the opposite of what you just saw, with a straight face, they said it. Tells you right there. Why is this person lying? They ain't said nothing like that. You lying. He didn't do that. You the one did it. If it really makes a difference to you. Yeah, man. I praise God and thank God, man, for today and the days to get to this far. I didn't know it was going to be like calm, you know, like this, to be knowing. You know, because a lot of things I never say. You know, I mean, just my mind tells me, just by now, engage in certain things. I learned that when people get desperate, man, people do desperate things. They think desperate. See, I don't see desperate things. I don't have anything attached to me. I have one child. So do it makes it, yeah, it makes, I have nieces, nephews, and all this, one granddaughter, right? But I understand that when you're making children, you're making babies, you have to take care of them. You have to pay for those, man. You don't make babies and expect everybody else to take care of them. You take care of them. You made them. Is that a bad thing? No. What I'm saying is that because of people's abundance and the population that they're building, if I got something in common with you, we all in the same thing. So we all have the same liabilities. So we think the same. We desperate. We all desperate. You just got to know that. Yeah, man. For some reason, I just ain't sleepy, man. I'm just... Yeah. Got to get these paperwork and I got to get this video out. You know, you start out somewhere, you know the path and you know the road. You know what you got to do. But